The Vipassana, an ultimate journey of meditation. I felt like sharing my experience. There's 10 days of meditation course that I recently took. Vipassana is based on threefold of Buddha's techniques, that is Sila, Samadhi, and Prajna. Sila means morality, Samadhi means concentration, and Prajna means wisdom. So the underlying philosophy of Vipassana meditation are based on these principles. The meditation technique, there are quite a lot of meditation techniques. Among them, Vipassana is one of the oldest technique. Has been taught by S.N. Goenka, and that's the same video of S.N. Goenka being taught everywhere for that 10 days course. For I'll try to touch on who is this meditation for and what you can expect out of it and how you can prepare yourself before you go into the meditation center for 10 days course. It is I don't think it is for everyone, means everyone, but it is not fun going there for 10 days and putting yourself in kind of suffering of like a rigorous meditation routine. It is definitely not easy. But who is it for then is it is for anyone who has got already some sort of meditation experience and who has got some sort of spiritual belief or spiritual inclination already. So I would suggest certainly to experience at least once in a lifetime these 10 days of meditation course. It will provide a lot of insight from these Vipassana techniques. So the technique itself are not that many. So and then the technique itself are quite a bit of mix in more than other meditation techniques as well. So but what Vipassana is a very ongoing journey. It's a long journey of meditation that you have to practice for quite some time to take yourself to the journey of enlightenment. So it's not that you do that course and then you're done. It's an ongoing practice that you have to do it even if you finish up from the course of 10 days. What you expect to see in that 10 days is as I experience, I'm going to explain it. A lot of people, even though there are information available on the website, when you go there, the experience can be different as per individuals. So I try to explain what happens from the first day. The first day when you arrive there, after the registration process, then they will have a bit of refreshment, and then they will take it quick guidance through the center, and then you will be in the room. And then before you go there, make sure you read the proper instruction and then the what you need to bring. So they are quite strict on what you can bring and what you cannot bring. You will be under the strict boundary of discipline, so you need to really prepare for that. The discipline means when you arrive there after the first day of registration, then when you take into the meditation hall, after that your noble silence start. Noble silence means silence with your mind, silence with your body, and silence with your speech. So you're not talking to anybody, you're not looking at anybody, or you're not staring at anybody, and what you're left with is actually completely you and your mind. So for that's what the most difficult part you need to be prepared for before even you're going there. On the first day, you'll have the evening one session of meditation, and then you go to the room, and that's where your day starts. And from the second day, your day it starts 4 a.m. in the morning. The 4 a.m. in the morning, the bell goes off. Then 4:30, the first meditation starts, and there will be series of breaks in between. And your first breakfast starts at 6:30 a.m. The food I found a lot better than what I expected. It is good enough. It is pure vegetarian and simple food, but that's another part you need to be prepared with. Is actually it's not a luxury place you're going. It's you're going there to adjust yourself with that provision whatever available. So do not expect anything extra than what they provide, so that actually it will be easier for you to adjust when you go there. So your 6:30 breakfast, and then meditation starts again. Then all the way to 11:30. I think 11:30 is the lunch time, and then from 11:30 to 12:30, then 12, I think 11 to 12, then actually from 1 o'clock meditation starts again. So the 11 o'clock meal is the heaviest meal of the day and the last meal of the day, and then after that only 5 o'clock you get fruits and tea, and that's it. That's all your meal is. So you need to be prepare yourself for 10 days to suffice your body with those 2 meals. And from 1 o'clock all the way down to 9 p.m. At night, we will be doing meditation again. So that makes around 10 hours of meditation every day for 9 days. I think on the 10th day your silence breaks, then you can talk to each other. And that day actually you're not doing full on meditation. There will be series of meditation, but not for over 10 hours. So that's the overall meditation routine, how it looks like, the daily routine. It can the difficult part of sitting for 10 days is your sitting position itself. So a lot of people actually struggle to sit in one position for 10 hours. They have provision for sitting on chair, and then you can bend your legs different ways and adjust yourself. You can do that, but that is the most difficult part, sitting in one position, and then the meditation in meditation position for 10 hours. Your back hurts. Your first 3 days becomes really, really tough, because adjusting your routine from your day-to-day life, and you're going all of a sudden you're going into like a kind of ashram, your camp, and then you're putting your mind and body both in a certain routine. Actually, it's definitely not easy. That is the difficult part to adjust yourself within 10 days, and that's where many people actually live within the 10 days. Actually, the third day becomes the most toughest day of the whole course. So on the third day, what happens is actually you are not fully adjusted. Your back position, your legs, everything actually is trying to adjust, but on the same day actually a lot of people get frustrated. You haven't been talking to anybody, you go to the room, you by yourself. So that sort of thing actually makes it really difficult for people to take further course from the 4th day. For myself was also the similar type of difficulty I faced, but it wasn't tough for me because I've been practicing like a sitting position and meditation for quite some time. So it wasn't really that tough for me, but I could see people struggling to actually the sitting position was the toughest as well for that long. And your mind, first 3 days actually your mind wanders a lot. Even if you close your eyes and try to concentrate, it is not easy, and it is not expected to be adjusted in the same day or in second day. It is difficult for you to concentrate for that long. So the idea is actually to get yourself familiar with that routine, so that actually you can start focusing your inner part of your body instead of outside. So that is the goal actually for they structure that. I asked that question. I asked this question as well. Why it is for 10 days? Because in that 10 days, you're not just doing theoretically listening to the meditation technique. You're actually practicing it. So to give you the full taste of that meditation technique, that 10 days is good enough. That makes up nearly 100 hours of meditation. So that will be, if you're practicing at home for 1 hour a day, that makes 100 days of 100 days worth of meditation. So that is actually the concentrated version of the full meditation technique for that long. This is one of the toughest meditation technique as well. So that is the reason that they designed that way for 10 days. And if you can adjust within 10 days, you will be pretty familiar with the meditation technique and the Vipassana as well. And then you go home and practice on your time, 1 hour or 2 hours a day. That is the kind of the 10 days part. So another difficult part I found was actually on the 8th day. The 8th day becomes kind of really tiring because of the food routine, your mind routine, your body routine gets kind of saturated on the 8th day. You from the 3rd day you start adjusting it, and then the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th day you're kind of hitting the saturation point of your adjustment in that routine, and then you are kind of disconnected from the external world, and then you kind of think that actually, oh, when can I go home kind of experience. You start to have a feeling about that. So be prepared. If you willing to go, be prepared on the 3rd day. Do not quit. If your intention is going there and staying for 10 days, do not quit on 3rd day or 4th day. Stay there. And then 8th day becomes also the tough day as well. And do not quit. So what happens is, if you quit and go, unless there is some sort of, you really cannot do it, and you are physically or mentally exhausted and you cannot take it anymore, that's a different part. Otherwise, I don't suggest anybody to quit, because the whole purpose of going there was actually complete the course. So try to make it. On the technique side, the Vipassana technique side, there are two major techniques of Vipassana. If you have already been doing meditation, so you may be familiar with the breathing technique. So for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd day, you will be taught with the breathing technique. The breathing technique starts with your inhaling, like a inhale, exhale, and then you will start observing the sensation around the nostril area. So that's when the actual Vipassana technique starts. Actually the whole purpose of the Vipassana is actually the observing the sensation of your body parts inside you. So you're closing your eyes and start observing the sensation of different parts of the body. So that is the motto of Vipassana. And so your breathing starts, you will start observing the breathing sensation first around the nostril area, and then actually from the 4th day you will start practicing the observing the sensation of other body parts inside you. That's I found it very interesting. I found it very powerful. I've been meditating for some time, but I also had experience in observing the senses, but only in certain area. But how you start practicing there, observing the sensation of every body parts, starting from here and then the head, going back all the way, doing back and all the way down to toe, and then you reverse from toe all the way down to your head. That is very powerful. That actually the another motto or another reason of doing the observing of the body sensation of body parts, it sharpens your mind. So that's the another goal of Vipassana, is sharpening the mind and creating the purity in minds. So that is another goal of meditation, Vipassana meditation, and you can feel it while you're practicing it actually. So it is one of the beautiful meditation techniques, and certainly not easy. And that's what you will be practicing from the fourth day all the way down to 10th day. So the observing the sensation of different body parts, so simultaneously and one at a time, and then actually you doing that kind of cross body, observing cross body sensation, different parts at the same time. So that is the type of practice technique you will be doing there. So be ready to, if you have already practicing, that makes it easier. If not, actually it's a good experience. It's a good experience how you actually can see the world inside you. That is a kind of takeaway from these meditation techniques. What else? To take things there, so make sure you take very comfortable clothing. It's better you take 5 pairs, and then you'll have time to wash clothes, like you'll be doing hand wash between 12 to 1 p.m. Make sure you have enough clothes to change for at least 3 to 4 days, and then don't try to do hand wash every day. And then because your break time, try to go around, walk and stuff, like kind of give a break to your mind, then you're spending too much time washing clothing and stuff. It's a beautiful place. The place I went was Blackheath in Sydney. It's a beautiful place surrounded by nature, garden, flowers, the walkway. Everything was so beautiful. I don't have anything negative that I found there. The food was a lot better than what I expected. The facility itself, where you're sitting in the room, so you will be allocated in one room, so which is really good. You don't have to share with others. Well, I'm not sure if others did, but I was in the room by myself with the proper toilet. I didn't expect that to be good, but it was good. And what you need to understand is people you meet there are highly professional people from different backgrounds. So everybody has got a quite distant lifestyle, luxury lifestyle, a moderate lifestyle. But you going there is not to seek luxury lifestyle. You're going there to put yourself in suffering, in a way. Suffering in a sense, like they call in Sanskrit dukkha. So when you put yourself in suffering, that's when you're getting the wisdom. So while you prepare for yourself to put in suffering, you don't go and seek luxury there. Like, you don't expect to have better food, better sleeping arrangement and things like that. The provision they have there is good enough to adjust. So don't have a high hope of having that better facility. And then it's a completely volunteer exercise, and then the food was provided by the money donated by previous students. So you need to be mindful in sharing the food. You don't need to eat too much, that if you don't need to. So just mindful in sharing the food as well. Just only eat what you require. That's just the kind of, as a courtesy. That is one part. The other part is always be mindful. You are not there to bother other people. You are there to explore your inner experience by yourself. So prepare to be on your own mind, own body, and everything what you do for 10 days is actually you going to have a self-reflection or self-realization. That is one of the most important part of this meditation course, is actually you will have self-realization within the 10 days. So it is an opportunity. It is an opportunity for you to explore yourself for 10 days that you do not get this time in. I don't think it's possible to have that 10 days of break by yourself, not talking to anybody in your day-to-day life routine. So this is an opportunity that you're putting into that course. So try to make the most out of it. I said in previous video that actually I was going to talk about my my own practice as well. What do I do and kind of thing, what and how it's going to help me actually is whatever I've been practicing was actually the meditation that to help me in my fitness routine to make my mind and body strong. So it's the Vipassana is it's not that Vipassana is to calm down, and as I said, it actually based on the three pillars of Buddha's philosophy: Sila, Samadhi, and Panya, which is actually Sila means morality, Samadhi means concentration, and then Prana means wisdom. So these techniques are actually based on those three pillars of Buddha's philosophy, and these techniques been practiced for a long time. One of the ancient technique of meditation. If you have any question, just feel free to comment, or somebody if you want more information how it looks like and what you expect out of it. That's overall what I actually wanted to say. But I'm happy to answer questions if somebody has any further questions. Just put on my YouTube comments. If there is anything that I missed was okay, so one of the most common questions get asked actually, what do you do when you go to the room? That was actually it's after 9 o'clock. So after 9 o'clock you'll have Q&A time with your teacher. But if you're not doing any, if you're not any not asking any question, you go to the room and then you're prepared to sleep. The first thing is actually you get really exhausted. You get tired throughout the day, actually meditating, sitting, and then when you go to the room you want to sleep it, but you don't fall asleep immediately. And be mindful, you will not have any devices, any reading materials. So as I said, it's all you have is you and your mind. Try to keep your mind in a productive thinking. Don't overthink or don't think negative. So put your thinking in a productive way. Actually, that is also an opportunity for you to plan. If you want to plan, for me, I wrote a lot of stories in my mind. I did a lot of planning for future in that 10 days before I was sleeping, while I was lying down in the bed. So planning means actually you're planning for your career, planning for your family, planning for what to do next, kind of thing. Actually, the idea is actually keeping away from negative thoughts and then putting your mind in structured thinking. So that and only person to do that is actually you. And that is a great opportunity for you actually without anybody's interference. That actually going there and sitting in a position and then think about how you're gonna be structuring your mind, body, and future. So put that thinking in a better structured way rather than thinking negative and getting frustrated. It gets depressing. It gets really frustrating and depressing when you go to the room and sleep, and then whole day you didn't talk to anybody. Then you go into the room and there's nothing, nobody. It gets frustrating for first few days. But as I said, put that thinking in a better structure, in a productive way. So that's what I wanted to say, and that's what I experienced as well. I got most out of it. And if you have been practicing meditation for some time, it is a great opportunity for validate your knowledge as well. That's what another benefit I had. So now I have so much of clarity about my mind. I got so many questions answered without asking anybody. So in that 10 days, that self-realization takes you through the journey of like kind of deep down of your life, who you are, and that is a great opportunity to have self-realization. That is another benefit I had. And then your sitting position, your back sitting position becomes better after 10 days that you get used to that routine. So that's another advantage I had. And then I can utilize this technique in actually observing the another motto, the main motto, or the one of the advantages of Vipassana technique is actually observe, not to react. So whole purpose of doing that, observing the sensation, is to actually not to react. So that is very powerful technique taught by Vipassana, observing, not reacting. So that actually you can apply that directly into your life, and it has already changed me. And I was at certain extent very reactive person, but these techniques actually kind of enlightened me, but not in a fully enlightenment sense, but it will give me a great insight of actually how to observe but not to react actually. So that is very powerful. You can directly apply in your daily life. So that is another distinct benefit of this technique. So that is all I wanted to share. Please feel free to comment if you have any questions. Thank you very much. And if you're going there, enjoy your Vipassana course. Cheers.